Saturday, and we are in Boston, the place of what is happening for a multiplicity of reasons. Some we're going to leave to the rest of the folks to share. However, it is Saturday, and on the third Saturday of the month, it is all about what's new for E3 Power Up 2017 happening in Boston on September 30th. That's right, Saturday, September 30th. We've got one more broadcast about the actual event, and then it's here. And I am psyched. And you know what happens on the third Saturday of the month? Of course, I have my crew with me. So without further ado, let me introduce to you, first and foremost, our Platinum Ambassador. That is our Wealth Warrior Platinum Ambassador hailing out of Michigan, Ms. Robin Tennille. You are up. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, I am Robin Tennille. I'm a single mother, and as she say, I am hailing out of the state of Michigan, the Mitten State of Michigan. And I've worked in corporate America for over 25 years. And I've decided that being an entrepreneur was the best for my future success. So I've started embarking on network marketing projects, and I'm working on my exit strategy for leaving my corporate America life. And I'm so excited to be.
Break out.
I'm so excited to be the Wealth Warriors Platinum Ambassador, and I'm so looking forward to the upcoming event, and I'm hoping to see you all there. It's going to be exciting. You're going to learn some wonderful information, going to have some fun. Hey, I can't wait. I just can't wait.
You know what? And I cannot wait to see you. This will be the first time I will be meeting this lovely lady, and we have been together for about 1.5 years. Wow. Next up in the trio is none other than our media ambassador, our WW media ambassador and co-host for the E3 Power Up segment, hailing out of the great state of Ohio, Ms. Pamela Stone. You're up.
Good morning, Wealth Warriors. I'm so excited to be on here. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Pamela Stone. I too am working on my exit strategy, leaving the corporate America, moving into my business, Declutter Your Mind. I can't wait for everyone to see everyone at the conference. Women, this is going to be the perfect place for you to be empowered, inspired, and moved. The room is going to be so exciting. The room is going to be filled with so many awesome people there. Not only our founder and creator, Ms. Brent Harding, we have some exciting speakers. So come on down, join us. And those who live in Ohio, you can come with me. We can go as a team.
I like that. Yes, we can go as a team. That is a wonderful thing. That is a wonderful thing. Having a little bit of technical difficulty here, so I was checking out my own page and saying, come on, folks, I don't see anybody there. So I had to check that out and figure out what's going on. Well, first and foremost, ladies, when are you arriving in Boston? Let's start with that. When are you arriving in our fair city?
I will be there Friday afternoon. I should be there by noon.
Okay. And what are you going to do when you get here? What's the first thing that you want to see when you get to Boston?
Brent.
Okay, I like that. Boy, that's a smart woman right there. She says, yeah, you know what the first thing I want to do is? Yes, okay.
I have to meet this partner of mine, Brent.
Okay, and of course, after you check in at the hotel, then there'll be other things that you will want to do. Yeah, I got that part. But what's the thing? Everybody always has something that they want to do. So what is the one thing that you want to do in Boston? What do you want to see? Is it Harvard Yard?
Yeah, I want to see some of the most, the most things that the tourists see when they do come to Boston. And I haven't pinpointed exactly what it is, but by the time I get there, I'll know. I'll know.
She will know. She will know. Okay, very good. Pamela, when are you arriving? You've been here before, so you kind of got an idea of what the city is like. So when are you arriving?
I actually will be there. Actually, Robin and I should be timing it kind of close together. I will be there Friday about mid-afternoon, early or mid-afternoon. One thing that I will want, there's two. I have two on my bucket list that I must see in Boston.
Okay.
Of course, it'll be Brent, because this will be my second time, even though we've been together for 2 years now. But it'll be good to see all three of us together, because it'll be Robin. We've been here, we've communicated, so I'll get to see her personally. So that's one on my bucket list. Two, there is a young lady in Boston. I have to get her name. I cannot find her name. She makes homemade cookies. She actually has her own bakery. She is 11 years old, makes her cookies. Here's the thing, she has Down syndrome. And the reason why I am fascinated with that is everyone is always coming up with excuses on why they can't start a business. However, we have this young lady who has started her business. She even ships her cookies worldwide. So for that reason, I've already told her I am going to be there. I told her I'm definitely going to come and see her. And I got to get the cookies, because she's like, I'll ship them to you. I'm like, no, I'm going to come and get them, meet you personally.
Hey, get them myself. I'm going to get them and eat them right there. Thank goodness
Exactly.
I will not be on my diet on that day. I'm going to have some cookies. What kind of cookies?
Absolutely.
What kind of cookies does she make?
She right now makes chocolate chip. And wait a minute, let me back up. And not only does she make them, she's very conscious of what she puts in it. So she focuses on the ingredients. So there's not a lot of additives and preservatives. So that's another reason why I'm very, very inspired to meet her. But I know chocolate chips is her first and foremost, is the big seller. And I believe oatmeal cookie was the next one. And she was experimenting with the third one, but she hasn't put that one out. So those are the two main cookies.
Okay, I like that. I like that. I like that tremendously. That sounds very, very good. Well, I see that you ladies are ready to be in Boston. Am I right or am I right?
Absolutely.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, now that you know that they're coming, you know what's going on, we're going to get deeper into the subject. However, before we do that, the very first thing we do is
share.
That's right. Share it. Put it out there. Invite folks in. Let them know that we are on the broadcast and we are sharing nuggets and news. And guess what? We want to have you there. We don't want to be talking just to ourselves. We're looking for the audience. Come on down, because we've got a lot to share today. I want to start with the shout outs. We're going to follow that up with the early riser. He retained the rights. We're going to share with you who sponsored the broadcast. Then we're going to talk to you about what is E3 Power Up all about. We're going to share the agenda and talk to you about the location. And then we're going to recap everything we've talked about and what's happening for next week's broadcast. So first and foremost, I'm going to give some shout outs, and then Pamela and Robin are going to give their shout outs. And I want to give a shout out to Jeff Sablatsky. The reason I want to give a shout out to him is because he is continuously feeding the Wealth Warrior Group broadcast page. He is putting information in the feed, and that's what we're looking for all of you to put information into the feed. And so to that end, I am saying to you that when I see that happening, I'm going to give you a thumbs up, and I'm going to share with everybody that you are dropping nuggets into the feed. So drop some nuggets in the feed. We like reading that. That's one of the ways that we communicate. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. I want to also give a shout out to Haki Shakur Ami. Again, dropping nuggets into the broadcast feed. We appreciate you. I want to share Genevieve. I worked hard at this one. Genevieve Namari Fogel. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. She too dropped into the feed. And our Wealth Warrior, another Wealth Warrior ambassador who you will meet next month is our VIP registration desk Wealth Warrior ambassador, and that's Regina Jones-Jenkins. Want to give a shout out to her. I was at her event yesterday. What a wonderful time. Great people to meet. I anticipate that they will also be at the infamous, the one and only E3 Power Up, which, by the way, there is one only one ticket left, one ticket available at the E3 Power Up, and that's for the VIP. There are general admission tickets, but you know what? You want to be sitting in the front of the room. You want to be the one that they touch when the speaker reaches out and says something. You want to be the one that they touch. You want the swag bag that has extra things in it for the VIPs. Want to give a shout out to Joya-Jones. She is a consultant. I appreciate her. She wrote a letter to one of her friends saying, hey, come on and join me at E3 Power Up. And the beauty of that was the letter was so eloquent. I was so touched. I said, wow, I had no idea that I had touched her in that way. So Joya-Jones, I want to give a shout out to you. Also want to give a shout out to Angela Yard, a dear friend and colleague who works for the Federated, a tax-exempt organization here in Massachusetts, Dorchester Bay. Want to give a shout out to her and say thank you very much for inquiring. And you have the opportunity to get that ticket. We want to see you there. And so those are my shout outs and appreciations. You know what, Pamela? Who are you shouting out to today?
I'm going to shout out Lisa Thompson-Moser. She is reigning out of here, Columbus, Ohio. I'm going to give her a shout out because every time I post about the conference, E3 Power Up, she's like, when is it? And I keep telling her. So Lisa, you hear here, you only got one ticket left to get the VIP. So come on with me. I know you'll be out of town. We've already talked about that and you're being busy. But go ahead, purchase your ticket and we can figure the rest out.
I like that. And we can figure the rest out. But first, you got to get a ticket. If you don't have a ticket, there's nothing to figure out. I like that. I like that. Thank you very much. And to you, Ms. Platinum Ambassador, go right ahead.
Okay, I want to give a shout out to Jacqueline Caba Harrison. I know I mentioned her at the last broadcast because she did a 3-day challenge, but she is a self-esteem and empowerment coach for women, and she's the founder of Realizing Your Potential. But this time I want to give her a shout out because she has a women's group and she's allowed me to share our event within that group. And I really, really do appreciate her for that. And I just want to let her know, I know she asked me about the event. Jackie, push the button to get the ticket. Look, we just said there's only one VIP ticket left. It has your name on it. Because now it's up for grabs now. There's only one. So, hey, no procrastination. Do it.
That was perfect. Oh, my goodness. Boy, Jackie, if you didn't get that message, I don't know what to tell you. Truly, I do not know what to tell you. Oh, my goodness.
Be there and join us.
Well, that's right. Join us because because we're making things happen in Boston. You know why it's important to join us? Because it is about women coming together and drawing off of each other's power and creating a network of women doing business, understanding business, not being afraid of saying, yeah, I'm a 6-figure income earner, I'm a 7-figure income earner, and realizing that that's not only is it powerful, but it's not going to diminish or take away from you. It's going to only enhance, and that's what makes it powerful. We've got to give bragging rights, and we got to hand the trophy over to none other than Al Peters. Oh my goodness. I'll tell you, I put that in there no sooner had I said, who is going to earn them? And Al went ding, 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 ding. Yes, that is me. So I want to give a shout out. Al hails right out of Boston, Massachusetts. Al, you got bragging rights for another week. Hello, I appreciate that tremendously. You got them. Congratulations. We're all congratulating you. Today's broadcast is being brought to you by CB Unlimited Tax Consulting Services. The proprietor is Cecilia Bardelis. I want to give a shout out, the very first sponsor for not only this broadcast, she is actually the very first sponsor for E3 Power Up. She is a dynamic woman. I am so enthusiastic for her. Taxes is the name of her game. And she teaches people how to become tax preparers and work with her. I really appreciate her camaraderie, her philanthropy. You rock, Ms. Bardelis. We'll also give a sponsor, let you know who our next sponsor is, who is also a collaborator now. She is upgraded to a collaborator for E3 Power Up, and that is VROCC, V-R-O-C-C. And VROCC is the Veronica Robles Cultural Center. Veronica Robles, great morning. What I really appreciate about this center is that they work with our youth. They work with our children to help them appreciate the arts, to help them recognize that art is very definitely a career choice. I mean, these kids are amazing. Right now, they're doing entrepreneurial activity. They are involved in media. They actually broadcast a program, a show rather. And I was in the studio with them, did 2 shows with them. I mean, they talk about professional. They are professionals. They know what they are doing. They understand culture and history. They incorporate that culture into the arts. And as an organization, it totally rocks. So not only are they a collaborator, but we are going to be doing drawings, and we are going to put on our philanthropic hat, and some of the funds that we actually raise will go directly to that organization. We want to be able to give them a check that day on September 30th at the E3 Power Up event. So I want to say thank you for the sponsors. And we're going to move into the first segment of the show. What is it all about? You know what, Robin, tell me what you feel or think that E3 Power Up 2017 is about. What does it mean to you?
You know, to me, it means women coming together, women entrepreneurs coming together, networking, connecting with each other, getting together, possibly doing collaborations in the future, getting the information you need to take your business to the next level. And it's going to be some nuggets that are going to be so unbelievable. If you don't come, I'm telling you, if you don't come, you're going to regret it. You're going to regret it. So, I mean, I'm so excited. And I can't wait to hear some of the testimonies from the people that do attend.
I agree with you on that one. Thank you so much. Floor is to you, Pamela. And Pamela was at the very first one, which was in November of last year. So she's going to, I'm going to be very interested to hear her thoughts about not only before, but also after, because she will now be able to say, okay, I went to this one, and these were the dynamics. So I'm really excited about that. The floor is yours.
With the E3 Power Up this year, it's all about sisterhood. We as women, I've come across so many women tearing each other down, but here at the conference, we're going to show each other how to embrace, empower each other, support each other, forget about the negativity, and just bring together the positivity and help you grow. And actually, it's actually a directory. That's how I think about it, a directory where it's a one-stop shop where you can talk, where you'll get to hear people, like you said, from the beginning, that can help you from the beginning to the end. And let me say this, it would also help those women who are not sure if they want to go into business. This will be the place that will help you start wrapping your mind around what it takes to be an entrepreneur. And let's be honest, who doesn't want to be in business for their own self? And this will be a place where you can get the answers, and not only the answers, but the support. So I'm with Robin. If you don't come, you're going to miss a phenomenal conference. And it's all about sisterhood. To me, it's about sisterhood and building each other and empowering each other.
I appreciate that. You are so correct. Our theme is exponential growth. And I like the way both of you eloquently said that. I want to share with you how we have formally said this. And that is that, simply put, E3 Power Up is a one-day women entrepreneur conference. Now, why is it one day? Because entrepreneurs, oh my goodness, you tell us we've got to be away for 3 days and we start losing our mind. We start thinking, okay, I could be doing this, I could be doing that, I could be doing the other. And so we are not as engaged. However, if we power pack it, if we make it in such a manner that your mind is continuously popping because there's so much to share, if we load you up, your subconscious will be racing to grab, and it will hear everything. And so what we're doing is putting it all in a power-packed day. that starts at 9:30 a.m. It starts with some networking. And so what we're doing is we are aiming for excellence. We are aiming to amaze by sharing, by addressing the needs that women business owners have in terms of clarity about their business. What exactly am I doing? How am I taking it to the next level? How am I growing it? You know, one of the things that Pamela said is that you want to make some decisions about whether you want to get into business. Well, I'm going to tell you, you'll be making some decisions about whether you want to stay in business too. The focus is on women that have been in business for at least 2 years. Now, that's not to negate anybody that's just getting started. For those that are just getting started, guess what? You get to meet other women. Pamela, what kind of women did you meet at 2016?
Oh my goodness. I actually met a woman who was thinking about what it takes to be into business. She was contemplating on her tribal support. She was contemplating on, where would she go if she needed help outside of her circle. And then I met a woman who's been in business for years, and she brought in so much experience and so much advice. It was just phenomenal. So it's always from the beginning to the end, and in the middle. I was just fortunate enough to meet them all.
Wow. And I'll tell you what, and Pamela was absolutely awesome. And she moved around. She was making sure that she touched women in the room. And by the way, up on my personal website, which guess what? I'm making that announcement today. You will see pictures of Pamela in action. I'll tell you what, she was very, very definitely in action. So that's clarity. The next one is about your capacity. You know, one of the major issues that women have, other than we want to make money in business, is about our size and our growth. Because I'll tell you something, I remember Brian, oh my goodness, I can't think of his last name, but one of the things that he used to always say is, you can stay small or you can grow large. The valley is where you die. And what he meant by that was Brian Buffini, I'm sorry. What he meant by that was this, that sometimes we want to grow. We want to get to that because we think that that's the antithesis. We want to have, 500 employees. We want these kind of things. And while we're in the midst of wanting those, our business can be crashing and burning. So we've got to understand how we girth up for capacity. And then it is about the expansion, the capacity of what you are capable of doing and what your team is capable of doing. And then it is about how you want to expand. Do you want to be local? Do you want to be regional? Do you want to be national? Each one of those takes on a different platform. And lastly, we want to validate entrepreneurship as one of the best answers for securing financial freedom. And that takes me to you, Robin. Why? You have a cushy job. You've been there for 19 years. You are highly respected. What is it about entrepreneurship that is moving you to say, I want to do this?
Well, working in corporate America, and we all know this, that jobs in corporate America are not always promised to last forever. So they can let you go tomorrow if they choose to do so. And then where are you left? You're left out here trying to find another job or trying to do something to earn income. Why wait for that to happen when you can start your journey and get your own business going? That way you don't have to worry about someone else letting you go. So you don't have that on your shoulder or that weight on your shoulder, just wondering what if, so you want to make sure that you're securing a future for yourself, for your family, and the generations afterwards. And that's where I am. And that's why I made that decision.
I appreciate that tremendously. You have heard me tell the story of a woman who goes into, this is a fact, who goes in to talk to her boss. And by the way, let me make a disclaimer here and say, if you have a job and you are comfortable, you enjoy your job, by all means continue it, because entrepreneurship is not for everybody. In fact, I always refer to Betsy Cohen. I heard her speak at the Dudley Main Street Women Entrepreneurs Breakfast. And I will tell you truly, I actually roar when I think about it. When she said, the best thing about being an entrepreneur is you get to pick the 80 hours a week you're going to work. And I cracked up by that. And I'm like, oh my goodness, it is true. However, it's your choice. And so it's your choice to stay at a conventional job. It's your choice to have safety nets. It's yours. It is your belt and suspender relationship. But here's what, in line with what you heard Robin say, a young lady goes in to meet with her boss. She's over 40. She has children. And she's got all the documentation to support the fact that she deserves that raise, that she's done the work to get that raise. And her boss literally says to her that he can replace her with two 20-year-olds, take her salary, cut it in half, 1, 2. And he says, and I'm sure that one of them is going to stay. So for a while, I'm going to get the 2 for the price of 1. So you got a choice. You can stay here with me at this salary, or you can find another job. What a travesty. And you've heard me mention this, Pamela. How is a woman supposed to react to something like that? Both of you, the floor is open. How is a woman supposed to react to something like that?
I would be devastated. I would be devastated.
I would too. I would be, but you know what, honestly, with the tribe that I have, that I'm growing with me, they were like, okay, you've gotten your 5 minutes of sorrow. Now what are we going to do? So it does. I have to say that my tribe, which is part of Brent, she has already asked me that before this. What would I do if my corporate job told me today's your day? So with that being said, your tribe is your support system, and your tribe is the one that's going to pick you up and be like, okay, this is what happened, and I'm sorry. What are we doing next? And it prepares you for the next day. And this conference will help you. Conference will prepare you for that. It is not maybe the dollar part, but the first and foremost is your mindset. So this will help you as well.
Absolutely.
And so I have to say that.
Hashtag what now? Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. And you know, I remember I shared this story with a woman, and she said, yeah, I'll betcha she left, didn't she? Mm-hmm. Think again, because a mother, children, she's got to, for the ladies out there, for the mothers out there, those that are taking care of children, whether you're the mother, whether you're the grandmother, whatever the case may be, you know, we understand because the choices are difficult. However, having a safety net of something else, as Pamela brought out, your tribe can take you out of that place of devastation. You get 5 minutes to be devastated. Now what is the mindset? Now what? What are you going to do? And that's what we'll have happening here. We have to structure and set ourselves up for that financial freedom. We say we want it. How bad do you want it? Ladies, speak to the how bad do they want it? Go right ahead. The floor is yours.
I have to say for me.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. I want to hear it. How bad do you want it?
I want it bad. I want it bad.
I want it so bad. I go to, and Brent knows I'm up late, and I go to bed late, and I'm up early in the morning. So that's how bad I want it. And I can see it so much that everything around me, it's like I'm in a tunnel vision now. Everything else that's going on is just like this. It's moving. But where I'm going to, I got a very good, clear picture. So that's how bad I want it.
Wow. And I know that Robin does, because Robin says, I'm already setting up the exit strategy. So I know that she's going, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
I understand that tunnel vision. I truly understand that, because you get focused, and that's hey, I see the end. I know what my goal is, and I know what I have to do to get there.
So now it's about executing.
You put things on the back burner. Sometimes you have to cut people out of your lives just so you can get there. You know?
Talk to us about having to cut some things out so that you can get there. What's that about?
You know, well, sometimes you may have people in your life that are trying to discourage you from doing what it is that you're trying to do. Mm-hmm. And you have to let those distance yourself from that negativity. Because if they keep feeding it, you'll start taking it in. And you don't want that when you focus on what it is that you know you want to do. So sometimes you have to distance yourself from the negativity and continue on the journey that you set for yourself.
Oh my goodness. Pamela, what do you think? What do you think?
Ooh, that was good, Miss Robin. That is so good.
That was very good. I was like,
that was good. It's all about self-awareness. I promise you. It's all about the self-awareness. I can't even explain to you, but it is about self-awareness and taking that. And you're right, Miss Robin. I had a whole bunch of people around me, and let me tell you this, I contemplated about letting them go. I really struggled for the moment on, should I keep them? Okay, and I kept just going through it. But after a while, it's all about me. I have to take care of me first before I can take care of anybody else outside of me. And so if I'm not healthy or if I'm not okay, then everybody else is going to feel my emotions, or going to feel how I really feel inside. They're going to feel it on the outside. So it's all about the self.
That reminds me of when we often say that entrepreneurship is it can be a lonely road. It can be a very alone road. That's why it's so critical to have those top individuals that you're connected with on an oftentimes basis. And as you were saying that, it reminded me, I got to connect with my peeps, because those are the folks that are going to help hold you up. They're the ones that you're going to be able to have those conversations with, that are private conversations that you can't share with the world, because sometimes you're afraid for a moment. It doesn't mean everything is crashing and burning. And sometimes people will take in what you say that's momentary, and they go, oh my God, our business is closing, yada, yada, yada. And you're going, where did you get that from? I was having a moment. That is such a powerful statement that you made there, and to you as well, Robin. Hey, we are going to break for announcements. What is happening in our various states? So I get to go first. Thank you. And that is, everybody knows this show, what's it all about? It's about E3 Power Up 2017 coming to Boston on September 30th. Really excited about that. When we go into the next segment, we're going to be talking about the program. It is absolutely delicious. So again, that's happening on September 30th at the Mass Audubon Society, the Boston Nature Center. I tell you, you feel like you've gone back in time. It is such a beautiful set of grounds. Ladies, I cannot wait for you to see it. It is gorgeous. Also, on September 1st, those of us that are here in the Boston area, those of the tribe of the Wealth Warrior Group tribe, will be convening at the How to Break Into the Speaking Industry at Boston Speak Series, which will be at the Hatch at 400 Park Drive in Boston. It's right in the Fenway Park area. It is going to be exciting. Yes, it is. And you want to be there. Next week, of course, we will be here. So our broadcast will be a week from today, which will be 19 and 7 is 26. So on the 26th, I will be back, and I'll be sharing with you at the end of the broadcast what the show is about. And of course, the third Saturday of the month of September will be the final broadcast about E3 Power Up, because guess what? You'll be at the E3 Power Up the following Saturday, and you'll be talking to Pamela Stone live as she interviews VIPs, and we do some streaming of the VIPs. You will get to meet the ostentatious Robin Tennille as well. So those are my announcements. Oops, forgot one. Let me share with you also, Dr. Letitia Wright has launched the Marquise Icon program. Wow. She's going to be talking about that Marquise program at E3 Power Up. Do you want to be a business celebrity? Business celebrity, raise your profile to the business celebrity status. I know I want to, and she's going to be sharing that with us on the 30th of September. That's all my announcements. Go right ahead, Robin. What you got? What you got? What you got?
All right. Well, we're going to have here in Detroit, Michigan, we're going to have a Women Empowerment Expo. It's going to be a day filled with inspiration, empowerment, and a stellar lineup of live performances, as well as a keynote address from the award-winning actress Taraji P. Henson from the TV show Empire and the movie Hidden Figures. So they're going to have seminars, panels, and vendors. So if you're interested, you can either inbox me or I'll put the information in the feed.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. That is terrific. Thank you so much, so much, so much. My dear, you have the floor, Ms. Pamela Stone, co-host of E3 Power Up conferences, the co-host of the broadcast. Go right ahead. What you got, what you got, what you got?
Okay, first of all, every Wednesday on Facebook Live, you can see me on my show, Talk with Pamela. This week, I will be talking about self-awareness and all of our emotions and how to get connected, all about getting connected with the inner self. Then, September the 16th, at the Synergy Center, there will be the Stone Method Vision Board Party. I have 20 women, but if you want to come out, I would love for more of you to be there. Join me. I will drop the information in the feed. And then on September the 28th, yes, the day before, I know everyone's like, I can't believe you're doing this, but the day before I leave to go into Boston, one of my clients is actually having a pop-up. Oh my goodness. And she makes gourmet waffles. Ladies, if I can bring that on the plane with me, I will. One of her name is Jonette Williams. She is going to make 3 kinds of waffles. The first one is going to all be about the red velvet waffle. I had it just set me to the next level. Then she's going to make a seafood Belgian waffle. And the third one we're working on. We're doing some testing on it. But that's what's going on here in Columbus, Ohio. Thank you.
Oh my goodness, a seafood, wait a minute, did you say a seafood waffle?
Seafood, Belgian waffle. It's not even just she makes gourmet Belgian waffles.
Wait a minute, can you freeze it and bring it to Boston? Will it freeze?
That's what I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see if I can, because what I want is, she says she can send it, so I may have them send it to you, Brent, before we get there, and then have Robin taste it. So that's what I'm working with her on. But oh my goodness,
that is like, oh
right.
I will make sure I have to shed an additional 5 pounds to get below so that I can eat on that weekend, because oh my goodness, I mean, the cookies are right here in Boston. She's bringing in the waffles. A red velvet waffle. Oh my goodness, my mother is going to lose her ever-loving mind. Oh my word. Oh my word. Oh my word. Oh my word. Ladies, love it. Love it. Well, let's talk about share. Hey, Pamela, share with everybody. I say share, and then come out with that word. Tell everybody how they can become a member of our tribe, please.
Absolutely. It is so easy. All you have to do is go to Wealth Warrior, and in the message, say, I want to join, and that's it. And someone will be back in touch with you, welcome you to the tribe. And when you come to the tribe and come and meet with us, bring your pen and your paper and your mind, because you're going to be blown away with it all.
I love it. So well said. Bring your mind. Don't just bring paper and the pen. Bring your mind with you. And your body will follow. Excellent. I appreciate that. Let's tell you what. Now we get to share with you the kind of content you can expect on that day. We are going to have the Raise Your Profile through excuse me, I want to make sure that I say this correctly because it's changed through the Marquise Icon program. Raise your profile. How do people get to know you? Where do they get to know you at? And I have to tell you, Dr. Letitia Wright has created an extraordinary, an extraordinary program. I participated in the Sky Day, and I'll tell you, I was amazed at how many people said, yeah, I saw you at the private jet. I saw you get on the private jet. I saw the pictures of you in the private jet. It is as a result of what Dr. Letitia Wright has put together. I am going to go back out because I want to be a part of that celebrity, raise my celebrity to that business level, to raise it up. And so to that end, you have an opportunity to hear about that as well. We're going to be talking about growing your business exponentially. You know, you can grow your business slow, or you can create trajectory. So what's the difference? How quickly do you want your revenue? Do I need to say anything else? How quickly do you want your revenue? You know, a lot of times we start talking about our competitors. Well, how about we grow with such speed that we leave our competitors looking, going, what just happened? We want you to embrace the C word. You'll only hear about the C word at this event. Invest to achieve greater ROI. Do you know that there are companies right here in the great state of Massachusetts that have investment clubs? You can be getting paid on a quarterly basis. And guess what? You will only hear about it at this event. I got to tell you, the only gentleman that will likely be there, and I want to let you know, ladies, he's very happy, and that is Mr. Kit Pang. His program is entitled Listen to Sell, Master Life's Most Powerful Skill. What is our most powerful skill? Public speaking. Do you know how many people are afraid to get in front of an audience? Pamela, how do people feel about getting in front of an audience?
Funny enough, I talked to ladies in my department, and I was like, okay, ladies, so what if you all could speak in front of thousands? Oh my goodness, I think I lost half of the room. One lady's like, Pam, I'm already, she goes, and I go, I said, I was just pretending. She goes, I know, and I've already started sweating. And a lot of people are scared of speaking in front of, honestly have that fear of speaking in front of a crowd. So this would be a place, ladies, if you have that fear, look, we have somebody that can talk you through, give you tips on ways on how to face the fear of speaking in the public eye.
Absolutely, absolutely. Robin, you afraid to speak in front of the public?
No. No, I'm not. I think about it because I grew up as a child. I used to love to sing. So anytime I had an opportunity to sing in front of people, that's what I did. So I got over that fear quickly.
I got you. Very definitely.
I did it in high school too. So yeah.
I appreciate what you just said there, because when you sing, you're performing, you're in front. When we are public speakers, there's a level of performance that's occurring there. And just when you've got that audience in front of you and that audience is feeling what you're feeling, oh, does that just raise your level up? And does that just get you jazzed and excited? And you want to continue going on and you want to speak with force. Am I right about that?
And sometimes you think about it. And a lot of people do have that nervousness right before they start. But once they get out there and they're on a roll and they see the response from the audience, it takes you to another level, and that fear starts to slowly diminish. So, it does for me. So
I got you with that. It's interesting. You said with that rumble in the stomach. It reminded me of when I heard about our illustrious quarterback for the Patriots, and I remember him saying that he would actually lay on the bench just about 15 minutes before the game. He is laying on the bench and he's just laying there and he falls asleep, and people would be like, "You do what?" And he says, I take a nap. And so people have the different rituals, things that they do. You know, I pace the floor, you know, things that you do to get you to that place. And that's what Kit Pang is going to talk to us about. And then we also have a segment, you know, when we're talking about business plans, that usually small business owners have business plans. Well, what do entrepreneurs have? So we're going to talk to you about installing your MSPP. And I'm not sharing those letters with anybody. You got to be there to get that. If you are not there, guess what? You don't get that. 5 strong, comprehensive pieces of information, comprehensive presentations. Why were those 5 picked? Well, I'll share this with you, that we've done some surveys, and the things that women talked about or didn't talk about, for example, women in investing, we do not invest enough, ladies. And when I say invest in things that are going to give us a return. You know, we invest in some shoes. Now I can look at a pair, I can look at the feet, and I can tell you about how much you spent for those shoes. We invest in some clothing because, yes, you want to dress for success. I get that part. We need to invest in things that are going to give us a return. And so that's why we actually literally start the program off on that Saturday with investing. Women must invest. What do you two think about women in investing? Go right ahead. Either one, pick it up. Take it from there.
Well, I just feel like this. If you want to grow your business, you must do some investing. That's just how you can't expect it to grow without putting something into it, without taking the necessary steps you need to take to get you there. Whether it's going to conferences and seminars, paying the ticket to attend those things to get the information you need, or taking classes, or buying products or things that you need to grow your business. Marketing, paying for marketing, those kind of things. You have to learn how to invest in those things.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. And when we make the money in our business, we've got to pull and set aside some of those funds, whatever percentage, you got to set aside a percentage of those funds to put into investments. We want the house. Well, then we've got to save the cash to get the house. Well, we've got to put that money aside. Now, when we put it aside, we've got to find vehicles that will give us a greater return. Because with all due respect to the banks, if we're putting it into savings accounts, in fact, in some instances, it goes backwards on us because you didn't get much here and Uncle Sam is going to tax it there. So we've got to invest in vehicles, in companies, in ways that will produce that residual. And I know Pamela Stone has been investing for a little bit, has she not?
Oh, absolutely. And you know what? I'm glad you're having that topic because I've really been trying to drive that to some of the women around me on how important or how cool would it be if we created a financial group here and we do the investing within the group. And there has been so much resistance. It's unbelievable. I have a financial advisor here. She's like, Pam, I'll do it all for free. She goes, I will show them how to do it. I will educate them for free.
And there's still resistance? Oh my goodness.
She's willing to do all. My financial advisor, I have to say, she is phenomenal. And she sits down and I'm like, here's what I want to do. She's like, just bring them to the table and I'll do the rest for you. And I tried to bring the ladies to the table, and there's just a lot of resistance with women. And I'm not asking for, thousands of dollars. We even had it broken down where they put in $20 a month, and then we worked with the rest. So women have to come out, have to quit trying to depend on others and need to be dependent on themselves and the part of financially, because you never know what can happen. And so that was what I was trying to preach to the women, and I'm still going to continue to preach. So I'm glad you're having this, and hopefully when they start seeing this, they'll start saying, okay, I see where she's going. Because it's not about me, it's about us. It's about building us up and moving forward.
One of the things that I think, or at least I'm getting the impression, is sometimes we're fearful Sometimes we are afraid, and because we're afraid, we don't take the action. And you know, we've got to embrace the fear. It's there, it's real, it's going to be there, but embrace it and then punch through it. Embrace it, punch through it. You know, like the 1-2 punch. I tend to believe, because $20 a month, oh come on, and we're not, $20 a month ain't going to get you a half a shoe, let alone something else.
Nope.
So I mean, stop and look at it. How much do we spend on coffee? Come on now, come on, ladies. It is, but I recognize the fact that it may be about the fear. So we're going to remove that fear from everyone. We're definitely we're at least going to do our best to remove it. It's exponential growth, the C word. That word is going to be very, very powerful. It is the letter C, because women are not doing it. Or they're not. I shouldn't say they're not doing it. Some are doing it, but many are not. And in order to have that exponential growth, it is about, as Pamela said, it's about investing. As Robin said, it's about investing in recognizing how pivotal it is. You can actually shorten your timeline and grow with trajectory with that C word. So that is going to be phenomenal. Still got time. We got a little bit more of the show to go. And so what you're getting is you got a taste of the agenda. Now, here's the deal. This program actually runs from 9:30 in the morning, depending on if you are a VIP, it's running from 9:30 in the morning till 8:30 in the evening. Long day. We have breaks, but it is. We have a dinner breaks so that you can recover. So the general admission is from 9:30 to 5 p.m. And then the VIP set is from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. And in between those times, you get to go to dinner. We have something very special called laser coaching that we're going to be introducing. So you get an opportunity to do that during the dinner break. And we are going to make sure everybody gets a taste of the laser coaching. So there is a lot that's happening. We are going to be on the beautiful grounds of the Mass Audubon. And we actually have changed up some of the program. Originally, we were going to have Kit Pang speak during lunch. However, we're going to have him speak directly after lunch, because we know that, ladies, you are going to want to get out. You're going to want to walk the trails. We're actually going to have a tour of the very first, in the state of Massachusetts, the very first green building, because some of you may want to, as you're purchasing property, invest in the green. There is a gazebo, and I promise you, you'll need to have your sneakers. I tried to walk the grounds in a pair of high heels. Pamela, high heels, walking the trail with gravel under your feet. Do you know what that does to your high heels that you just spent a fortune for? So some of us
go buy new.
You know, some of us who like to wear the heels because it elongates the legs, get ready to be short. Get ready to come on down to earth with the rest of us. I have a friend of mine who's 6 feet tall, and I remember we were going to go and hang out, and she came over, and I didn't have my heels on. She said, and it's the first time, she said, Brent, in 10 years, I have never seen you without your heels on. And then she looked down, she said, oh my goodness, I can see the top of your head. Well, guess what? Most of us are likely not going to be able to see the top of anybody else's head. We're going to be down on the earth, because you're going to need that in order to walk those massive, beautiful grounds. And when you have an opportunity, here's the deal. Announcement. Go up to www.brentsHarding.com. Go to the tab E3 Power Up, and you will see all of the details for this upcoming event, including the grounds that we will be at. So you will know the kind of setting you're at, because you know what? Being in the right setting puts you in the right mindset. Pamela, speak to settings as it relates to your mindset.
Oh my goodness. Let's take for instance, the sun is out. So if the sun is out, what does that do to do to you instantly? You start radiating positivity. You're radiating high energy. So imagine you be in a place where there is the nature. Oh my goodness, I can't even wait because I actually go walking during the day during that. But imagine being someplace where you have the energy. The energy is high. You have nature that is high. Your mind is already set and ready to go and taking in everything. So it is going to be so mind-blowing.
You know, that reminds me, when you said that, and you said it about the mind, it made me think of, there's an apparatus that has balls on it, and you hit one ball and then it swings back and forth, and that energy starts building and building and building. And I could visualize that when you were saying that, that was the very first thing that came to mind was, wow, I can feel that energy, because that's what it's like. And you know, one of the things that's interesting about that is suddenly you find you don't want to be thinking about anything other than what's happening right there. That I like the way you describe that. What do you think, Robin? What do you think about that kind of energy?
Man, you know, like she said, when the sun is out, I'm at my happiest. I says, and then when it's cloudy, you know, you kind of. But to be in a setting like that, it's going to put you in a calm, serene feeling, and it's going to uplift you. So I'm looking forward to being in that environment. I'm so excited to be in that environment.
I'll tell you, you know what? I am too. Every time I talk about it, and you know what's interesting is it's like a hidden jewel in Boston, because I have talked to many a person who says, well, where is it? And then I tell them and they're like, really? I pass by there all the time. I never saw it. I know, neither did I. And so Boston folks, as well as those coming from out of town. And I do believe we have some international folks coming as well. And so guess what? Oh, you get to be all a part of that. That's what's going on. That's why we have been sharing the E3 Power Up experience. We want to get you ready for it so that when you get there, you will, in fact, be amazed. My goodness, I cannot believe that it is already 9:57. Holy smokes. Can you believe the time has gone by that fast? Oh my word. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you a quick rundown, and then Pamela as well as Robin are going to give you their final thoughts, and we're going to call it a wrap. Oh my goodness. I just cannot believe that it has gone by that fast. First and foremost, want to give shout out to our trophy earner, none other than Mr. Al Peters. I tell you, I couldn't believe it. Click, he was already on. Want to give a thanks to our show sponsor, Cecilia Bardelis of CB Unlimited Tax Consulting, and also our collaborator, Veronica Robles Cultural Center, and that the executive director there is, of course, Veronica Robles. Again, want to share with you that the tribe is going to be meeting up on September 1st. If you are in Boston, join us. If you're not in Boston, join us via Facebook, because it will be live. We will be with Kit Pang at the Hatch, which is at 400 Park Drive. And the topic for that day is how to break into the speaking industry. And that's happening again on September 1st. And our tribe, if you are part of the Wealth Warrior Tribe, if you are attending the E3 Power Up event, then you want to convene there. Why? Because there are so many entrepreneurs. And then guess what? You get to see them again on September 30th. On September 30th. Want to also say congratulations to Dr. Wright on the Marquise Icon program that she has launched. You can go up to www.e3powerup2017.com and get your ticket for the E3 Power Up event. With that, I turn it over. Ladies, you have some final thoughts. Why don't we start? Robin, what's your final thought for today?
My final thought is this. Look, you need to be at this event. You need to be in that wonderful greenery, that scenery. Oh my goodness. And just think about being in that environment, and also getting content and information you need to take your business to the next level, network with some people. It is going to be awesome. Get your ticket. Like Brent said, get your ticket today.
Thank you. I appreciate that. The final word. And Pamela Stone, you got the final word, dear. Go right ahead.
Ladies, are you out there contemplating about your business, or are you contemplating about how you can take your business to the next level? E3 Power Up is it. There is everything from A to Z and everything in between that will help you get there. And remember, we only have one VIP ticket left. So Lisa Thompson Moser, come on and get your ticket. We only have one VIP ticket left, and you won't be able, all you will have is general admission. And I want you to hear the VIP, the experts. You get some laser coaching. So come on out, everyone. And those of you, and I'll get off, those of you who are questioning about coming out of town, there, Robin's coming from Michigan and I'm coming from Ohio. So come on out, everybody. You're going to be missing, and your palate, your mind will be filled with everything.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And you know what? Travel is an important thing. Travel is very definitely an important thing. It opens up the mind. It gives you so much more to be excited about. And I tell you truly, you want to be a traveler. You want to start seeing some of the other places, connecting with people in other locations. So this can be your start. It has been our pleasure. I have my crew. I love these ladies dearly. It has been my pleasure to be with you this morning. Go out today and be absolutely extraordinary. We will see you next week. Bye now.